hopefully that records what I want it to record. Okay, really important message. Okay, we're getting ready for our final. We're gonna start doing not yet, but about 2 or 3 weeks. We're gonna start doing our actual final piece. Okay, and that will consist of 10 to 15 seconds. Someone might want to go a bit longer. Okay, animation. And that will include whether you do it on 3D, on 2D, or you do it all in 3D, and or whatever you want to do it. All the techniques I've shown. I've done all the YouTube videos. Okay, so all the YouTube videos are there. Have a look at them on my YouTube site for different techniques, and I will show you more techniques as we go through the next couple of weeks. But now I need you to start preparing for your final. I want you to actually start, not necessarily making, but I want to see the setup. You've got 3 tasks today. Okay, I'm going to put these up. Your first task is to plan your final 10-second film. What method are you going to use? Okay, so what are you going to use? You can use plasticine, you can do the cutout 2D version, you can do a 3D or something, or what you can actually do. So it's not necessarily the method. You're going to tell me what you're going to do and then what you're going to make out of. So that's quite easy. Okay, so that's what you're going to write first. What's going to happen? So you're going to tell me what's going to happen throughout your movie. So I could have said with the plasticine I did, it wasn't long enough and it wasn't good enough. I want better than that. I'm going to have a ball of plasticine. I'm going to do reverse animation, say, and I'm going to have a plasticine. It'll roll in. It will then turn into a beetle or a worm in my case, and then it's going to wiggle off up the branch, and then it might meet another worm, and then it might go off and stuff like that. So what's going to happen within those 10 seconds? So I need list all the things that you will need. You're going to need a phone. You're going to need a tripod for your phone, and we'll go through that in a minute. You're going to need a background. You're going to need a foreground. Say you're going to do a plant or something. You're going to have a plant with a worm going up a tree or something. What other ideas that people give me? Someone says that they're going to have an apple, and the apple's going to eat itself, and they're going to sort of like slowly make the apple eat itself, going through that. Good idea, quite simple, but I would hope for a little bit. I hope that there's like an animal in it or something, but we can work on that, so that's pretty good. Other people have said that they're going to do different things, coming out of water, going into water. You could do with that reverse animation, you could make a beautiful butterfly out of plasticine or out of cloth or out of something, and then you could slowly sort of like squash it all in and roll up the wings and squash it, make it into like a little cocoon, and then slowly sort of like make it into a little caterpillar or something, and then it comes out and the caterpillar, and do all in reverse. So when we see it, we see the caterpillar come along, it dangles off the branch, he turns into a cocoon, and then he slowly opens, and then there's this beautiful butterfly. So you make the butterfly first, and then you do it reverse, so it kind of like, it helps you out a lot. So reverse is really good, but you don't have to use that. But list all the things that you need. Then you're going to list 5 problems that you'll come across. So let's think of the problems. Right, how am I going to keep my my phone still while I'm doing this? Okay, that's one problem. How am I going to make a background to make it look good? That's another problem. This is going to take me however many hours to do this. So, have I got enough time to do that? Where am I going to do it in the house? Where am I going to do it? It don't have to be a quiet place, but it has to be a place where you've got a good couple of hours, if not all day, that you can just set up and then nothing moves. The other problem is lighting. You've got to be in a dark room. You cannot do this in sunlight. It will flicker and it will look horrible. Okay, you've got to do it with just a light, just a bulb light or anything, just a lamp or something like that. Got to be done in a dark room with a lamp. So that's another problem. And then for extra credit, people, how they might solve them. You've listed 5 problems. Well, how are you going to do it? What room are you going to go in? What can I do? Can I get a sleeping bag or a big thick cloth or big curtains and cover up the window, go into a dark room and just have it, block off the window somehow, maybe put paper over it or something like that. So maybe come up with some solutions. One of them is going to be, I haven't got a tripod for my camera. Task 2 is make a tripod or stand for your phone. Now, this one here that you can see in the background is just a cardboard box. I don't even know what cardboard box it is, but they've got some tape going around the bottom, and they've just literally just made it out of cardboard. That would be really, really easy. Okay, so this is task 2. Task 2 is to make a stand or a tripod for your phone. Okay, a lot of students I've seen already in the other group have bought tripods. They're under they're about £5, £5 to £10. If you can't afford that, that's fine. You can make something out of this, and then you just make it, and then you can move it around. If you're interested in animation, maybe you want to make it really well, because you might want to set up, and you can set up. Maybe you could get a board or something from somewhere or something, so you can have a board, or you've got a bit of desk space that you could just clear off and just have that there. Okay, it's all problems that you're going to come up with, and then today you're going to make it. Okay, you're going to make it, and you're going to send me a picture. Okay, so you're going to make something, or you've got something already, and you're going to send me a picture of how you made it. Okay, the next slide is making it out of an egg box. Can you see the egg box there? That it's got like two prongs, like natural prongs. Okay, you might not have it up that way because you want to do it in landscape. You don't want to do it in portrait, so you'd lie the phone down, but using the same principle. There's another way that you might be able to do it. And the other way is that you might decide to get some flour and water and a little bit of oil. I don't know what the recipe is. I'm sure you could look up online. You could make like a dough, okay, like a modeling clay sort of type thing. Then you could mold your phone into that dough, okay, so you could get it so it's nice and firm. Mold your dough, and then you can leave it on the side, or you could put it in the oven on a really low heat and dry it out, and then suddenly your phone fits in there, and then you've got the perfect stand for your phone. A lot of people have already got phone stands, something that your phone sits in and it's still. So when you don't touch it, it's still. One of your problems might be that the battery is really rubbish on your phone and it doesn't last very long. So you need it plugged in to the charger all the time while you're doing it, because you could be there for a couple of hours, and we'll work that out in a minute. The touchscreen button, you have to be really gentle. The last task I'm going to need you to do is solve this math question. I'm going to say I am doing, okay, 16 seconds of film, okay? 16 seconds of film. My film is going to be 16 seconds, okay? And I'm going to do that at 24 frames per second, okay? FPS, which is frames per second. So the first thing I've got to do, okay, so you're not going to know how long your film is, but this is going to give you a rough idea. I'm asking you to do 10 seconds, but that's like pass. If you want to get merit or distinction, you're going to be looking at 15, 20 seconds, or, you know, of good quality, or just good quality. 15 good quality stuff, 10 seconds or just over 10 seconds, okay? Plus with everything else that you need, okay? And I will know how many frames per second you've done, because I will be able to see it when you send it to me, okay? And I want to see the workings out and the photograph of it and everything like that. So first off, I've got to see how many pictures I'm making. I'm doing 16 seconds, and within those, each second, I'm doing 24. So I'm going to go 16 times 24. I don't know how to do that, so I got a calculator. 16 times 24, okay, is equals, that's going to give me, I will have to take 384 pictures, okay, or frames, yeah, but primarily I got to take 384 pictures, okay. Now, how long do you reckon it's going to take me to do each picture? How many seconds do I reckon? I reckon when I'm in a flow, it's not too bad. But I reckon if I was doing it properly and I was going to do a final piece, I'm going to probably say 15 seconds per, you know, because some will take longer and some will be shorter. Okay, so some will be longer, some will be shorter. So I'm going to say I'm going to do about 15 seconds. So each picture will take me 15 seconds. Okay. So I times that by that and I got 350. So now I got to times 384 times, okay, times 15. That gives me 5,760 seconds. Well, that doesn't mean anything to us, does it? That's how long our film's going to take, okay? It's going to take us, my film is going to take me 5,760 seconds. Put that into minutes, okay? So how are we going to put that into minutes? What have we got to divide it by to get how many seconds to a minute?
60.
60. That's good. Well done. 96 minutes. Yeah, so it's 1 hour, 36 minutes. Okay, so you probably have to. Okay, so that's 1 hour, 36 minutes. You might have to work it out. You can't do it on the calculator because the calculator doesn't work it out properly. Okay, so that's 1 hour. So you take away 60 for an hour. How many 60s are in there for 1 hour? Because 60 minutes is 1 hour. So it's 1 hour 36. So that is going to take me 1 hour and 36 minutes, okay, to do my film if I'm going to do 16 seconds. So it takes me an hour and a half to do 16 seconds. So it's quite a lot of patience you're going to need. That is your tasks for today.